Chris?
Yeah.
Holding you good? All right. Questions for Coach Langford?
Coach, I asked Melvin Rice this, I guess last week. Just what have you noticed so far about the culture that Clarkley wants to build here, and specifically within the running back room, how he has kind of portrayed that to you guys with that room?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, like from the first time I had a chance to meet Coach Lee, he's just a phenomenal human being. The thing about it in this profession, and you come across a lot of people that, say they're about the football family, but they run it more like a football factory. But that's not the case with Coach Lee. He really cares about the players, and so you can just tell, like he's genuine about everything that he wants to instill in our guys, and so it's comforting knowing that from a parent standpoint that when you drop your kid off here at Vanderbilt, they're not only going to be developed from a football standpoint, but they're going to be developed from a man standpoint as well. So,
what have you seen from the room so far?
I'm enjoying the room. First of all, they're great kids. Cedric Alexander was one who played the most last year. He had, I believe, started 6 or 7 games. Tremendous skill set. AJ Newberry is another kid that got in there at times last year that utilized, they utilized his speed. He's probably the fastest in the room, but he does a really good job. Diego Benson is a guy who was more so on the scout team, so he's getting a chance to really show his skill set right now as well. And then Chase Gillespie, who has had more of a special teams role the past couple of years, is doing a pretty good job as well. So, yeah, they're just within the room, like I said, they're just great kids, and they're working hard doing everything I've asked right now.
You're new. A lot of your room, it played some, but there's not a line up and carry the rock 200 times a season guy on this roster. New offense. Where are you in the learning curve of sorting all that out?
Yeah, so, just finished day 7. Obviously, majority of the offense is in at this point. And so it's great and it's comforting for the kids just knowing that now all we have to do is just go out and execute and continue to just get better at the little things. But as far as the offense, I mentioned some of those guys as far as, Cedric and AJ and Chase, and the best thing about that room is that all of those guys are different, and so we're going to utilize every single one of their skill set, and you don't necessarily within this offense have to be an every down back, because we're going to put you in position to be successful. And so there's going to be times to where you see Cedric in there, there's going to be time when you see AJ in there depending on the play. So
is there anybody in your room that you feel like has picked up on the nuances better, the blocking schemes, everything that comes with being a running back better than the rest?
To be quite honest with you, I don't feel like there's anybody that's ahead of one another right now, just because the slate was clean just in terms of the learning curve, and so they're all just trying to process all the information that's been given right now. And they're, like I said, they're doing everything I asked. However, we're just trying to fine tune some of the details, some of the minor little things, and so I think that will come. There's still a lot of practice left, still a lot of spring left.
And I know a lot of this is beyond your control because it's a new system, new coordinator, all that. But how much different is what you'll ask them to do different than what they were asked to do a year ago?
You know what? At the end of the day, I always say it's still football.
Yeah.
I think some of the things that you'll see different is that within this offense, they're not necessarily just going to run the ball or get out on routes here and there. We're going to ask them to run block as well, and so that's a skill set that obviously they didn't do that much a year ago. So that has to be developed a bit, and so. Things like that, just putting them in position to where they are the lead blocker in certain things, and some of the motion stuff we have is kind of the things that we're going to ask them to do. So,
for people who may not know Tim Beck as well as you do, because you coached with him, how would you describe him as a person, but also as a coach, and kind of his style, at least entering Vanderbilt?
Well, like I said, just like Coach Lee, Coach Beck, I've been very fortunate within my career to be surrounded by not only good football coaches, but just good men. And Coach Beck, I had a chance to worked with him at New Mexico State. I met him 2 years ago, and he and I have really built a really good relationship. You know, I've learned a lot of football from him, but you know, he's the type of person that, you know, he's gonna ask you about life. Anytime he sees my kids, you know, he picks them up. They know him by name. You know, it's just things like that that just, you know, make it all worth it, make him the person that he is. So.
Anything else, guys? All right.
Good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
Thank
Coach.
you. Nice